Okay, so let's get back to the control panel. Um, as I may have mentioned in this tutorial and other tutorials, this authentication required pop-up can come up if, depending on how you're connected to the internet. So it usually happens when your IP address changes, and that happens with me because I'm using my mobile phone as my connection to the internet. So I'll just fix that up. Okay, so I've logged in again, and I'm just going to go back to the control panel. Right, so what I want to do now is just set up some email addresses that will work for my website. Go back here. Okay, email addresses, email accounts are set up here in the Mail tab. So I'll just show you what to do, and then you'll be right to go on your own. I'm going to be setting up 3 email accounts. What I neglected to do at the beginning was set up an email account for the admin at South Sea Artisans. So when I installed WordPress, you may recall there was an email address set up for the administrator account, but that email address doesn't actually exist because I've only just set up hosting here. So as you can see, there is really only the default email account. There is no admin email account. So I should have set that up before, but not to worry, I'll set that up now. And give it a password, obviously. Make sure it's a secure password. Okay, I wouldn't think that it needs a lot of quota space here, so I'll just leave that at the default 250 megabytes, create that account. Okay, so as you can see now, there is an email address, admin@southseaartisans.com, and you can access that via webmail, or you can configure your email client, Outlook, etc., to grab that email. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and create another couple of email accounts here so that I can create a couple more user accounts in the WordPress blog. So I'm going to just pause the demo video while I do that. Okay, so as you can see here, I've created some email accounts on the website. It's really quite simple, as you can see, to create email accounts. The reason for these is because I'm going to set up users on the WordPress blog. It's important to get straight in your head the difference between email accounts on the hosting, remember we're in the control panel here, and user accounts on the WordPress blog. They're really different things, but to create a user in the WordPress blog, I need an email address that I can use. So I'm going to be working with another person who's also going to be admin on this site, so I'm going to give them a username and password to log in. And that way we can keep track of who writes and deletes and modifies what content on the website so that that traceability can happen. I'm also setting up a user account not as an admin but as a logged in user, and that will allow me to test certain things on the website. If I should, for example, restrict access to some posts and some content. So that's setting up email accounts. And as I mentioned before, each of these email accounts can be either accessed via webmail, which I'll show in another demo, or you can configure your email client to access all of those. And in passing, I should mention as well, you can obviously connect any of these to a Gmail account, for example, that imports all of that and manages those email addresses for you. Okay, so that's setting up email accounts on your hosted service.